I've spent over $30,000 on Amazon trying to get myself a tiny home, and this is all I've gotten. That's right, absolutely nothing. I totally got scammed. And I want to prevent this from happening to you. I'm going to show you everything that I've learned. So let's get into it.
Did it work?
Order placed. Thanks. May 22nd through June 4th, estimated delivery.
Wow. All right, let me explain to you what happened and how I don't even know how Amazon is allowing these sellers to get away with this. So let me show you exactly the house I tried to buy the first time. All right, you see this house right here, this one right here? I mean, perfect. In the small print, if you look down, look right here, boom. WhatsApp. I don't know how Amazon is allowing them to do this. You can order it and they start messaging you on Amazon to go ahead and cancel the order and follow them on WhatsApp because they want to go ahead and have you order through them on WhatsApp itself. So then, of course, I'm like, well, I'm not going to cancel the order. I'm going to keep it on Amazon, but I'll go ahead and start messaging them on WhatsApp. I left that order open because I wanted to see what was going to happen.
Several days later.
Sure enough, I start getting this message, like, don't worry, everything's fine. Let me show you these messages. So immediately they start sending me all their different types of houses and they start asking questions on what type of house that you want to have. Of course, all I say is I want the one that's pictured. And they're like, well, do you want bathrooms? They're starting to ask specific questions about the house. Like you and I, whenever we're ordering something from a catalog or from the website, it should be the things that are listed, right? What's listed on Amazon. And I said, I want this one. This house is customizable. Product requires communication in many details. How am I supposed to order it through the required communication? I will arrange a product manager to communicate with you. Okay, thank you. And then she sends me to this person and she wants me to order it from them. Of course, what am I saying? Okay, so I don't order it from Amazon then? The product manager will provide you a highly professional customization services. Please be patient. You can send him your requirements to him. I'm like, okay. It's early morning in China right now. The product manager will contact you after waking up, wishing you a happy life. Right now, I was not very happy. Not even in the slightest. Product manager comes in and says, thank you very much for your letter. I wish you a very happy day. We are a manufacturer of 20 years history. Our container houses have a variety of styles. Because the degree of customization, there are many details that you need to communicate and confirm with you before you produce them. Now, I've seen dudes on YouTube that bought one of these. Now, did they buy it through Amazon? Because that's what it says in the title. Because this is not buying it through Amazon. This is a bait and switch. Totally. All right. So I said, I ordered this one on Amazon and it was canceled. Amazon said the manufacturer canceled the order and I showed him the order. He's like, what kind of prefabricated house did you want to buy? Such as the size and the appearance and color. Isn't that what your listing should be on Amazon? Don't you think? Right? And I showed him the actual listing. And then he says, okay, my friend, you are planning to buy through Amazon. We don't usually recommend doing this by Amazon due to the high handling fee charged by the Amazon platform. Dude, you put it on Amazon. Why is Amazon allowing these sellers to do this? First off. Secondly of all, I mean, as far as security is concerned, I want my order to be secure. I'm not going to give some random guy who I don't know. I don't care how old your manufacturing plant is. If you want to take my credit card information, it doesn't seem very secure to me. Maybe I'm wrong, but to me, this feels like a total scam.
You get nothing. You lose.
The WhatsApp continues and says, as a container manufacturer, our product prices on Amazon do not include the handling fees. If you want to trade through Amazon, your transaction will end up very expensive and you will need to pay more. In my mind, I'm like, I'd rather pay more and deal with a company I don't know and give my credit card information to a company I don't know. He continues to say, of course, we have other purchase payment methods, the same can guarantee your rights and interests, so he says. And we can also provide you with some of our past transactions of customers' delivery and bills of landing? This information cannot be faked. In the world of tech today, don't you think pretty much anything can be faked? Unless I'm talking to somebody specifically on the phone and I can see their tiny home in their backyard, I'm telling you anything can be faked. And we'll give you a call to let you visit our production factory and company office. I'm going to tell you more about that in just a minute because I have another chainmail of events. All right, this is where I said, all right, I want to make sure that I have the house. If it doesn't come in, I want to go back to Amazon and say it was was never delivered. I'm trying to protect my purchase. I'm scared to be out $10,000 if I don't go through Amazon if it isn't delivered. I wrote that and the communication stopped. To me, that's a giant red flag. If the communication stops right there, that means they already know that something smells fishy. Is it me or is it a scam?
What a scam!
Now, I genuinely have been dreaming about getting this tiny home in this location for months now. I wasn't going to have this first seller squash my dreams. All I had to do is make another order. And so we go to round 2.
Round 2!
So I tried to apply this one right here, the container house tiny home, 30-minute deployment, eco-engineered design, 10-year warranty, customizable layouts, 20, 30, or 40 feet. So in my brain, if you're going to order this, right, you would order it like you select the size of your t-shirt. I want the smallest one. I want the one that's $6,099, not the one that is, bigger, right? And it says 8 left in stock. How is there 8 left in stock when you can't even order it in the first place? I looked to see if they had that WhatsApp thing in there, and there was nothing in this listing that said WhatsApp. So I'm thinking, finally, I'm going to be able to order this particular tiny home. There's never going to be a problem. Well, wrong. I went through the whole thing. They had that sitting there for about 10 days. It kept showing up in my Amazon cart that it was on its way to be delivered. Super excited. I'm like, finally. It wasn't the $10,000 tiny home, but at least I can go ahead and order it. After taxes, it ended up being just over $7,000. I was so nervous about this transaction, by the way. I made my husband go ahead and do it because I'm like, I've already been screwed once. Let's try this again. It's happening. And I went through again, checking to make sure there was no WhatsApp. And there wasn't until started getting messages from Amazon itself. And they started asking me to, again, cancel the order. And I said, no, I don't want to cancel the order. They said, well, the thing is that you have to pick out your certain specifications. I'm like, I want the one that is exactly like the one that is listed. They said, contact us on WhatsApp. So let's see what they have to say on WhatsApp. All right, so this is the next person that is trying to sell me on their whole company and everything else they have going. It says, I will arrange a professional product manager to serve you. Pay attention to check the messages. And I'm like, okay. First off, you noticed the description says the price or reference only. They know what they're doing on this thing. That's why I'm reaching out to find out what the actual price is. And this is the floor plan that I wanted. And he says, what one? How could he not know this? This is his product, right? So he's like, oh, the 20-foot expandable one with the 2 bedrooms, a living room, blah, blah, blah. The price is $9,500. And I'm like, okay, because it wasn't that much. How do I order this on Amazon? I'm concerned this is not a real house since the photos are just computer renderings. And that's something you need to know, that whenever you're looking at any of these sites, whether it's Amazon, Alibaba, TikTok, Instagram, any of these places, if they're just using computer renderings, that's usually a red flag. This is where he tries to stick it to you, just like the last person says, Amazon charges handling fees up to 20%. And in my mind, I will pay the stupid 20%. Our customers usually save the fee, which means that you will spend about $2,000 more. I'm willing to pay $2,000 more just to get it through Amazon. And then he says, you can use Alibaba, which ensures the safety of your funds and goods. The handling fee is only $100, which helps you save money. And I'm like, I've never used Alibaba. I'm not saying Alibaba is a scam. I just know nothing about it. My point is this. Why is Amazon allowing these kinds of listings to be on their website when they're not actually being served to the customers of Amazon themselves? I don't understand how they're able to get away with this. I said, I have an Amazon account. I don't have an Alibaba account. And then he starts sending me these videos. I'm going to tell you right now, these videos are all over TikTok. They're all over Instagram. Anybody could shoot this video. I mean, the house looks cool. I would really love it, but I'm just not feeling too secure with the fact that they're not allowing me to buy it through Amazon. Okay. And he said, well, this is the actual house. And he shows me the video. And I'm like, obviously. And I said, I like it. And then he tried to call me. He was asking where it needs to be shipped to and all this. And then I explained to him exactly what I was doing, which was I wanted to create a video for you guys to show exactly how you could get houses on Amazon and the type of videos I made. And so then he sends me to another product manager. We just keep going round and round and round. All right. So he still wants me to go through Alibaba. You get the idea. You know, they're just trying to convince me to not use Amazon for their houses. They either want me to use Alibaba or direct from their company themselves. And so I started looking into this even more. I didn't get very much communication from him between this time because it was some kind of like Chinese festival. I just wanted to see how I could buy it through Amazon, whatever. All right, so in comes Lily.
Round 3.
And Lily is working, man. And she gives me her card. She shows me this. And so what do? I start looking at this business card and I'm like, is this a real company? So I'm looking up YG Machinery. I look them up. They're actually a company. And this is making me feel a little bit better. But again, I want to buy it from Amazon. Even though this company's been in business forever, what guarantees do we have if the product comes in damaged? Who do we contact if there's a problem with the house? The whole idea for me was that I wanted to see if this is a viable living situation that someone could be in. I have prepared this piece of land and secured it for this house for months now. The people that are working with me to secure this piece of land have been waiting for months. We have everybody on hand, on deck, waiting for this house to arrive. But alas, they canceled my order on Amazon as well. So we are now on house number 3. I've ordered it again. Everything starts coming in and it's the same exact story. And this continues on Amazon with their listings. Now, since I've done this 3 times in a row, my credit card is going like, what the hell? They really want to know why I keep making these purchases and they keep getting canceled. It puts a red flag on my credit card. Well, the thing is that it stays on there. Amazon has canceled the order, but the charge had remained on there. So I had to work just to get all those charges taken off so I could order the 4th house. And now I'm on house 4. I have not gotten any messages on Amazon yet. And hopefully I will get the house. But Amazon isn't exclusive to having these problems. Now, I was just on TikTok and I saw, sure enough, all these houses that you can see right here. Their prices are extremely appealing. And these advertisements on TikTok have been going on for months and months and months. I'm not even saying they're a scam, but the price makes me scratch my head. Is it for real? And look, what do you see? A WhatsApp number. I think not. The prices are appealing. And I just want to know how many people have been scammed by things like this. They look so great. I mean, I would love to get a house like that for $5,000, but how many people, maybe this is their whole entire life savings and they trust that this is going to work. I'm not saying that it's not going to. What I'm saying is that it feels extremely fishy. What my dad always told me was, if something sounds too good to be true, it's probably not true. And TikTok isn't the only place that they're doing this. When you're listing it on companies like Amazon, I checked every single day. And then one day it was just off my orders. Not that it had been canceled or anything. It just said it was just disappeared, gone. My review was there and now it's gone. How are they able to get the reviews taken off? What are the credentials that they need to have to show these houses on Amazon? But wouldn't it be a requirement for them to make them actually sell the house? Because they're losing money. They're putting houses up there that are $11,000. If they're not seeing any transactions of these houses that are coming through their company, why isn't that a red flag to Amazon itself?
So what do you think? Should I go ahead and try to get a tiny home from one of those overseas WhatsApp sellers?
Oh,
If you want me to continue on this journey and buy one of these homes from Amazon, let me know in the comments section below.
to watch more videos about Amazon houses that you may or may not be able to even buy on there, you're going to want to watch these videos right here.
My name is Kristina Smallhorn, your real estate whisperer, and I tell you all this because everybody deserves an affordable home.
Even if you have to buy it from Amazon.